want to take a little bit of time in this video to talk through what minimalism means within the context of Break the Twitch. So within the context of my mission statement, which is do more of what matters. And essentially Breaking the Twitch is about how to do that. How do we do more of what matters in our daily lives? Do more of the things that we care about, that matter to us, that will provide value and significance to our lives and the lives of others. And minimalism for me sort of became a major part of that mission, that goal to do myself and to help others do. And the most important aspect of that, the most important aspect of minimalism is minimizing distractions. There are a lot of people talking about minimalism right now, and there are a lot of different names for it. There have been a lot of different names throughout time. Simple living, intentional living, small living, tiny living, minimalism. It's kind of all the same general topic, talking about living intentionally and making choices, right? But in terms of the holistic picture of Break the Twitch and what it means to do more of what matters, minimalism plays the very first step in that mantra, in that sort of process. If you have a life that is cluttered with things that are getting in the way of the things that you want more of in your life, so whether those are physical things or if they are just obligations or different things that you have in your life that you have to keep up with, or payments for things that you've bought that you don't really need, or maybe you do need them, but they don't serve a particular purpose that you really want, whatever it may be, these are all the things that could be known as distractions. If they're not what you want out of life and they're not what matter to you, you can remove them. And that is the idea of minimalism. Now, everyone is going to look at minimalism in different ways. People are going to have different definitions of it, what it means. There's rational minimalism, which is like, just sort of make it work for you. And then there's extreme minimalism, where someone left a comment on one of my videos saying that because I had more than one mug and one glass, I'm not a real minimalist. And that's fine. You know, it's a different opinion and it's a different style maybe. But really, when it comes down to it, minimalism is the first step. It's going through the process of sort of looking at your life and making some choices. And it's about sort of the lens. Maybe that's a better analogy, that minimalism is a lens that you can look at your life with and make some choices around what are the things that reflect your values, what are the things that allow you to do more of what matters in life, and what are the things that don't. And for me personally, a lot of the things that I found, a lot of the things that I was choosing to buy, the things that I had around me that were cluttering a lot of our spaces, were not supporting the mission that I had with my life of wanting to do good work, of wanting to create things, of wanting to be present and show up in the best way I could, in the best way I know how. So that's why minimalism made so much sense to me. And that's why it still makes so much sense to me. Whether you apply it to the physical things in your life, whether you apply it to the time you have on a regular basis, it works as a way to make choices. And that is the foundation of it. It doesn't matter if you have 1 cup or 10. If those 10 glasses in your cabinet are not getting in the way of you having meals with your family, or inviting people over, or you going and doing things with people that you love, or if they're not getting in the way of doing what matters most to you, then you don't need to get rid of them. It's not a competition, and it's not this thing that you need to qualify for. There's no board of certifications for minimalists. It's just something that you get to use to make your life better. It's not a new standard that you need to hit to have perfectly all white everything. And it's not like this this lifestyle goal kind of thing. It's just the tool that you get to use to remove distractions from your life. And if there's nothing that you have that you feel like is holding you back, there's nothing that you have that is like making it a financial responsibility or an extra thing that it's like, hey, that's fun, but that's not where my priorities lie, then you don't really need to minimize anything. You can be perfectly happy exactly how you are. And so those are my thoughts. Minimalism as a whole is a great way to live simply and to make the right priorities come alive in your life. It's a great way to focus on what matters most to you because it helps remove the things that don't. If you call it simple living, if you call it intentional living, it doesn't matter. All that matters is that you make those intentional choices and make some decisions around how you want to use it. From there, you get to move on to the next things that are habits, which are how we show up in the world every day and the little things we do that do align with what we want so that we can do more of what matters. And then you get to the third step, which is creativity, where you get to live out of a place of love, out of a place of joy, and out of a place of service instead of fear. Instead of fear of not knowing who you are, not knowing what you want. When you get to that place, you get to explore those things and you get to really expand on all that you are and all that you have. And so that's why Break the Twitch, this idea of living intentionally, why I do this work, why it matters so much to me, is because I want to share this, and this is how I view the world. And I think this is a structure, it's a framework that makes a ton of sense to me, and hopefully it makes sense to you too. But that's why I do this work, and that's why I talk about minimalism, and that's why I talk about habits and creativity, and will continue to do so.